right, so we are here with Jerome Delire. Did I say it right? Okay. He's going to go around the world, and he's invited me to. We're trying to work with the sun here. Okay, he's invited me to sail around a little bit around the Gulf of Valencia with his POGO 40. He is right now in the process of preparation of his race. I think he's attempting to do it on 2027.
Yeah, 27.
2027.
The next race is 2025.
Okay.
For the Transat Café L'Or. Exact verb.
Okay. And then you're preparing for the 2027, okay?
Yep.
So who is Jerome, and why are you doing this?
I'm the first man who sails in my family, so it's the first one, Caroline too. And so...
You couldn't just sail around the coast and Ibiza or anything?
No. Just, yes, I sailed from my youngest part of my... when I was a child, you know, so I began to do a lot of races from 7 years old to 18, and after that I decided to take sea to discover ocean and ocean adventure. So I crossed the Atlantic for the first time at 25, and after that I never stopped.
But you were a crew?
Yes, crew, of course, like a beginner, of course.
Okay.
And
as a skipper, when was the last time?
The first time was just before crossing with Caroline. I crossed to Guadeloupe with another boat, and that was my first time.
And then you did it 6 times.
Yeah, no, 8 times for me, but 6 times with Caroline. And after that, we decided to sail just a trip around the world. So 30 months around the world, 38,000 miles sailed, and we visited around 35 countries by sailboat.
When crossing the Atlantic, you do it east to west always, or you've gone back?
Yes, both.
Both ways.
Both. Yeah.
So just for, I mean, I'm sure if you're watching this, you know already, but it's not the same to go east to west than west to east.
No, not exactly.
It's a lot more difficult to do it. It's a lot harder to do it on the way back. And this is why many people just ship their boat back. But Jerome has done it both ways. Okay, what inspired you to embark on this solo journey around the world?
I sailed in the past with a solo truck. Many times, but not for a long time. My longest days at sea solo, it's 10 days. But when we sail around the world, we sail just when COVID time is there, and so we sail from French Polynesia to Réunion Island straight.
Okay, wow.
So it's 9,800 miles. With no stop. It's 68 days at sea, and when we cross the Indian Ocean with not stop at all. We are just, when we arrived in the Réunion Island, I just say, wow, it's like it's finished. So it's a shame that I would like to stay more long the time at sea, you know.
You sound like Bernard Moitessier, right? He did it was Moitessier, no? He did the Golden Globe. And when he was about to finish, he was like, "Oh, screw this, sorry."
Exactly.
He just kept going.
Exactly, keep going. But it seems like the same thing for me, because when it's really the ocean call me again. You know what I mean? You need to pass more time in the ocean, because you feel good, and you feel your mind is.
You get into the rhythm.
Yes.
The boat that we're in is a POGO 40S. POGO
yes.
40S.
S2.
Okay. S2.
The second generation of POGO S Class 40.
Why did you? We spoke before. You mentioned that there were some similitudes with the boat that you had before, and you had a very clear idea what boat you wanted. Why a POGO 2? POGO 40S.
The first reason is for the Global Solo Challenge, the races around the world in 2027. You can choose your boat. So of course you have many rules about safety rules, of course, and a lot of things. But you can choose the length between 32 and 60 feet. And for me, the first trip around the world with 38 feet was just perfect size, because the weight of the sails, and you can keep the boat under control at any time. So for me, the size it will be important. And Class 40, it's a boat very. You can have enough speed to decide your route. You can avoid.
Gust here.
Yep. You can avoid your.
Anything you want to do, or you're
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
You can.
Sorry, what's the wind speed? Like true wind speed?
No, it's up around. So
okay.
I think we have a little 20 knots of speed, maybe
Well,
less, 18.
It's 20, 23, 24 knots of apparent.
Yeah.
Just so you know, we're not in a room or anything. We're sailing this thing full send, not full send, but pretty okay. So this is why we like have to keep an eye on the navigation. Okay, so why the POGO 40?
And so the class 40 for me it's important because this is a boat with enough speed to avoid storm, or you can decide it your weather forecast, your weather route. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you sail in 5 knots, you don't have any choice of your route. For me, it's very, very important.
Okay. Yeah.
And the other point is, of course, with the class 40, we have a lot of safety rules, and so the boat is designed for survival condition at sea.
Yeah.
I mean, with the bulkhead, the boat is divided with the safety room inside, and it's important, of course, for the race.
What is the biggest challenge that you expect to find in this trip? Sponsors right now.
Yes, the biggest challenge for me it's before start line, because to reach the start line we need a lot of money to do this trip. So for me it's the biggest challenge. But at sea, biggest challenge is it's simple. It's just finished, because the race it's the biggest challenge that we can do in our life. It's just.
What is your biggest fear though? Collision, mast?
Collision and yes. Lose the mast, collision with I don't know, a whale, a container.
The route gets close to icebergs.
Yes, exactly. 60% of the route it's close Antarctica.
Yeah.
So the track is similar of the Vendée Globe. So you take Antarctica like a boy.
Yeah.
You feel around Antarctica and then return back to Europe. So
how are you preparing physically and mentally for the trip? I think physically I can see you're fit, you're strong.
Yeah.
And you've done this before, you've gone around the world, but is there anything special mentally and physically that you plan to do from here to 2027 to be in the best shape possible? And which one do you think harder, the physical or the mental part?
I think the physical, I'm 39 years old, you know, so I'm fit, well, not fit, but I eat correctly, take no alcohol, no drug, no blah blah blah. So I think it's not the most difficult part of the challenge. The challenge for me it's stay alone for 5 months, because the track is 5 months away from the coast, and so probably it's the most difficult part of the thing. And I had on the first world tour people who we can manage the mentally. Question, or because you need to feel at 100% at any time to be prepared to avoid problem at sea.
How do you prepare like mentally to be alone? Is there anything you do, or you just kind of think, okay, I'm gonna be alone and then I'm just ready for it? Or
the only thing it's nobody can be prepared to stay 5 months alone. It's impossible, because
with little sleep.
Yes, with little sleep, of course, because we sleep. We try to sleep 8 hours a day, but of course it is a small parts of time.
I have a question on that.
Okay.
How real is that? Because, okay, let me ask this question here. How real is that? I understand. I think if you know a little bit about ocean sailing, you do know that you have to sleep maybe like 30 minutes gaps and stuff like that. But how real is that? I mean, is there no time where somebody just goes to sleep like in a very remote area of the ocean, and then you just wake up 10 hours like, oh, where am I? Does that ever happen?
No, but it's not the hardest point of the training, because okay, sleeping, of course, it's difficult to put your body on your sleeping bed and sleeping immediately. That's very difficult, because you need to have trust of the boat, trust on the pilot, and blah blah blah. But in fact, we sleep around 30 minutes in one time. That's the best for me. That's the best that we can do. The only thing it's sometimes in the middle of the ocean we can sleep 1 or 2 hours maximum in one way.
Okay, so,
And so
8 hours, impossible, no?
8 hours, absolutely impossible. No, because you need to have a look outside, of course, for the traffic, but also for the forecasts and for the wind, the clouds, and this is very important.
And even by accident, sleeping like 4 hours, has it ever happened to you that you overslept?
No, we have a lot of alarm on board, so we have a wake up system. Yep.
As easy as that. You just let out a little bit of mainsail and the boat is still heeling a little bit, a fair bit, but it's fine. What we're doing, 9.4 knots. Wind is now 27 knots apparent. You want to stop this and reef, or are you?
No, it's okay. It's okay. We have 500 liters of ballast just now, so it's okay.
So this is way beyond what I would be sailing with my boat. What route do you plan to follow? Obviously, the race is non-stop, right?
Yes, the race is non-stop. It's exactly the same of the Vendée Globe, except the boats.
Okay.
You can choose your boats, but it's the same track.
What's the time difference between doing this in an IMOCA? Because this is pretty fast, and you say you can reach 25 something. These guys, I mean, they're averaging like 17, 18, 19 knots, something like that. But so are you, no?
We sail approximately 2 times less speed, slower than an IMOCA.
Okay, so that's a lot.
So that's the reason why an IMOCA tried to finish the globe in 2.5 or 3 months, and I think for me, I hope to finish in 5 months.
Okay, what is the most important piece of technology that you think you're going to need for this trip?
For safety, the first thing is, of course, it's a shame, but having a good internet connection on board, it's obliged. Simply to have weather forecast, to have medical advice, have equipment advice. Look at this Vendée Globe, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
You have 20, 25 people works every day, every hours to resolve a technical problem on board. And so when we say without assistance, it's not without assistance, it's without assistance on board. But we can touch someone to help you to have option for resolve a problem, and technology for sure, so Starlink, Iridium, and
you're going with Starlink?
Yes.
Okay. I thought the most important piece of equipment you were going to mention was the autopilot.
Yes, of course. The autopilot, of course, we have two different line on board, so, and a third one for spare. So that's very important, of course.
Okay, so the next question is, how do you plan to cope with the loneliness 5 months?
I don't know how. I don't know how. For, you go with and you do this type of trip just for adventure. If you know perfectly in advance all the risk and all the problems that you can have and blah blah blah, you never start. So I don't know how. It's just let's start.
I'm really enjoying doing this interview. We're flying at 9.6 knots. He's just chilling here. Look. Let me show you. This boat is flying. 27 degrees gusts. Well, 25 steady. Sometimes it's gusting, I'm looking at it, you're not, but I'm looking at it, sometimes it's gusting 27, 28, and you're very comfortable, obviously. That's reassuring. You're going to go around the world, you're going to find these conditions quite a lot. What do you need in terms of sponsorship?
We need to find partners to have trust on your project, on your value, to get the start line. And of course, the paradise will be finding someone, follow us, just to follow just a human adventure.
Okay, well, if you're interested in sponsoring Jerome, the competition itself is quite interesting in terms of sponsorship, so just get in touch. I will put the link of Jerome's project on the description of this video. And I think that's it. Unless you have any more message, maybe we can focus on the sailing now.
No, just open your mind and don't stop to dream.
Thank you, Jerome. That's very, very nice.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, now we're gonna take care of the boat.